You have reached your destination.
Yep. So today is drawbar day, and as you can see, it's placed and ready for welding. I'll probably do that tomorrow because I'm gonna go to dinner. I've got notches out on these things that look like this. So when it's ready to go, I'll put that in, weld everything together, and I'll have extreme strength all the way through. And I had to um, do some surgery. Pause, and I'll show you the other side. Here's the other side. So I've got some. I'm saying to myself, "Oh, damn!" Because I had to cut, given the size and wear and how. So that's easy. That's fiberglass. So you can see, and I'll pull out in a sec how it'll look. This is just to brace my my bottom for that clamp. So it'll come off. Oops. Damn it! I just zoomed in. Didn't mean to. And what the hell? Anyhow, so I'm pressing buttons and shit's happening and didn't mean it to be. So I've got some fixes in there. Again, this piece is being used for bracing, and that's how it'll more or less look. So I'm going to, once this is welded in, take some of the pieces that I'd taken out to put there at the bottom to conform to the nice shape that I already had. I should have done this before I painted the dang car. Painted it, epoxy primered it, but you know, shit happens. And you can see how much powdered donut I put up. I'll be taking a shower here soon. And so there's the drawbar. I need to drill a hole here, and I think one or two here. I've got bolts for those. Using this thing that is stationary, and I didn't think ahead, so I happen to do that a lot. So there she blows. I'll work on this tomorrow, weld it in, and call it. I'm going to call it a day here. I've got some other things I'm going to go be doing. Alright, I got the drawbar in. Done, welded, finished. It's part of the structure now. And I needed to do that so I could start putting the floors together. I'm going to make them not just one large floor, but two longitudinal halves for the entire thing, right? What I'm doing right now, I've got it kind of tipped up on my workbench so that, and I'll give you a hint here, I can refill the hole that I took out to put that thing through. So I ended up cutting out, as you can see, a pretty decent chunk, which I then put back in, just so I would have a much easier time putting this all together into the dang trailer here. As I had mentioned before, I've got it welded here on all four planes, all three planes, all four sides. There we go. This is welded in, again, all four sides, and inner and outside. So I made a point to make this awfully strong. And as I mentioned yesterday, the pieces that I had notched out are welded in. A little bit of an ugly weld there. I ground that down. Didn't want to go any more than that. And pretty nice over there. And same thing over in there. So much nicer job. Oops, there's a much nicer job over there. And there. So that blue gap, as you can see, that's painter's tape. I put the piece of fiberglass back in. I poured some resin into there, and I'm going to let it harden or cure. And then I'll invert the trailer the other way so that I fill in the rest of the stuff here. So it's funny, I think, that at one time I'd made this as a rejected front for my MGA, and this piece right in the middle adds strength to that damn drawbar. So, yeah. And that front end is stout. You can probably hit it with a hammer and not have to worry about it doing a whole lot of damage to the hammer. But again, like I say, once this is kind of gelled and solidified a little bit, I'll turn it over and add more in there. So I can then do the remaining bodywork and call that a day. I also might just finish it off with some JB Weld. That stuff is freaking rock solid. I like working with that stuff. But I'll see. I'll give this a little bit of time and see how we go. And again, this is it. So I think the next thing to go on, I don't want to say that. I was going to say I'll put the axle and the tires on, but I don't want to do that. Not until I know that I'm ready for the bodywork to be finished and done. You know, the paint. I'll do a little bit of block sanding to this on some areas that I can see I want to do some rework to. Then it's ready for paint. I mean, there's not much work I have for the body to do, on the body to do. So I've purchased fasteners for the machine screws for the hinges. I need to fabricate up the hinges for the front hood, but that won't be tough. And I've got the hinges. Let me back up. I've got what I need, but I need to have a means of attaching them to the hood so that they stay put. There's the hood over there. So, yeah, had a pretty awesome evening last night. Lots of, lot got done. Memorable night. There she blows. And as maybe stated, all the major shit is done. Okay, this did not turn out badly. In fact, it turned out goodly. That's JB Weld, which is freaking awesome stuff. Ugh, awesome sauce. Got a little bit of work. That's JB Weld. Got a little bit of work in here to do. That's not tough. I've got that to fill in. That won't be tough. I've got... This looks pretty good. I'm gonna just have to smooth that out a little. Whoops, smooth it out a little bit, but that's really nice. So I'll take I'll take my my level grinder and just shape it so that I've got. Or then again, maybe I'll put some fiberglass in there. I mean, really. This is really good to work with. This is just inset a little bit up. It's uneven. And if I shave it down any, it would look wrong. It would mess with the thing here. So I may wait to do that. But, so I'm going to fill this with JB Weld. I don't want water getting up in there, right? And then the other areas around the same thing. So I'll mix up a few batches of that, get it in there, get it nice and good, and then I've got a few other things I want to do before I actually paint this little bugger's inside. I'm so close, I just need to do it, you know? Well, I've got a few things I got to do, rather, and I'll get that done. Well, God damn it, I hate it when it does that. I hate this freaking phone. Anyway, there we go. That's it for right now. I'll get more as I get some progress. So here's something I have forgotten to do. On the inside of that rail should be a support, like this stuff, right? So that I can put a floorboard in there and it's not going to tip over, etc. I need to do that there. In there. God damn it. And I was... So, in order for me to do that... God damn it. Well, anyway. There's the piece. Right? Which will conform to that. Yeah, to think that I was about to start doing floorboards today and sanding them down and waterproofing them and blah, blah, blah. But, nope. Here's something I'm doing today. I need to come up with a means of fastening the hood to the car with the trunk with the hinges, right? So I have taken these apart. I've ground them down. I've made them nice and working nicely. But I don't have captive nuts on the back of the mount plate, so I'm going to weld in what you see there. And instead of making a captive nut that's able to move around, I will instead drill out these holes a little bit. Okay, not a whole lot, but enough to be able to kind of massage and move things around. And of course, a washer would go before this, and etc. So, next step after this is to weld in something into the ceiling of the trailer there, such that it is able to open and close the hood. Yeah. Yep. Okay, that's welded on, and that's welded on. The way that I welded it on, a tried and true method of drill, 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 and then weld in the circle so that the entire thing is freaking rock solid. Same thing over here. This one's still hot. Now grind down the weld so it looks pretty. Yeah. Yep, it's nice and steady. So I'll then lightly affix the each hinge to it, each hinge to these things, and then find the best place. Once it's in there, and I've more or less already done that, but I just want to make sure. Measure twice and cut 100 times and go, oh shit, I didn't do it right. Well, I am done, and I am so pleased with myself up until I try to open it. Except for, god damn it, the safety catch. It's as far as it opens. Yep. So, I already have a fix, I think, in mind for it. Let me pause and crawl into there. Here is the inside. I'm obviously, duh. Let me show what happens. All the way up, and that's as far as I go, because I more or less hit the stop. I can go a little bit further, but not by much. And I really don't want to, whoops, I really don't want to stress out the area that I've already got it in, right? So, if I take off these hinges, and this is what I'm doing today, I have shaved down the one end of the what do you call it, the hinge on the hood, and so that it'll fit in this area that I want it to fit in. Behind that is going this, a 3-inch long piece of 2-inch angle iron. What I'm going to do is weld it up in there, just behind this. Oops. This. And then I shall drill holes. I shall affix everything. And I will have a working trunk, goddamn it, hood lid that'll go up and down and so forth. As you can see, I just dropped my thing. And I have drilled a third hole here. So I had to shave it down pretty close to the holes that were already there. So I added a third one for stability. Once I weld it up in this puppy, it's going nowhere. So working alone sometimes sucks, but gotta do it. Yeah. So what I'm likely to do, let's see, put that there. Maybe clamp everything together. No, I'll do this step by step. I'm gonna trace out these holes with a magic marker. There, there, and there on the inside. Then drill them out. Then put it all together. Then, maybe that is too long. Yeah, fuck it. I'll find a way. I always do. Take the long way. You know, that's me. Long and steady.